Yo, Brian Laundrie's Autopsy took place today, or at least earlier today by the time that this thing goes up. But yeah, he ended up checking out Kurt Cobain style, apparently. Gunshot wound to the head. His final autopsy reveals. So Brian Laundrie, the sole suspect in the death of Long Island native Gabby Petito. And the last time that we talked about him, his remains were found in a park in Florida or some shit like that. Or at least the last time that I talked about it, they were trying to identify if those remains were in fact his. It just kind of looked like him, I guess, or maybe something like that. But yeah, they ended up figuring out that, yeah, it was him. Okay, a couple days later it came out, and I guess that was back on October 21st. Jesus, over a fucking month ago. A comparison of dental records confirmed the human remains to be found at the Carlton Memorial Reserve and Makahatchee Creek Environmental Park are those of Brian Laundrie. So cool, that's great. Well, not really cool for his parents if he ended up doing the old Kurt Cobain salute, but it always sucks to lose a kid. But then at the same time, if he ended up killing Petito by strangling her or whatever the fuck the cause of death was, this case is completely fucked. For 7 days from Sunday, it has more twists and turns than a San Francisco street through the gay district. Brian Laundrie, yes, the sole suspect in the death of Long Island native Gabby Petito, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Former lawyer for the Laundrie family said, a lawyer, sorry, he's not the former lawyer, she's just, and he's just formerly alive, said Tuesday, Chris and Roberta Laundrie have been informed that the cause of death was a gunshot wound to the head and the manner of death was a suicide. Attorney Steve Bertolino told the Post, Chris and Roberta are still mourning the loss of their son and hopeful that these findings bring closure to both families, I guess. Forensic anthropologists determined the manner of death to be suicide. Yeah, we kind of got that. It is unclear where Laundrie got the gun or if it was recovered from the scene where the remains were found. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, okay? Like, they found him at that park, right? Okay, they found his remains at the park. And if he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the fucking dome piece, that gun theoretically shouldn't be that fucking far from him. And if it took an FBI manhunt to find his remains, why wasn't it made public that there was a gun that was recovered? Or at least we don't know. Maybe they did recover a gun, but we don't really know for sure. It's unclear where Laundrie got the gun. Bertolino told the FBI. And the FBI, did not immediately respond for inquiries about the weapon. District 12 medical examiner in Sarasota initially said that they identified Laundrie through dental records, but said in a release Tuesday that they also used DNA analysis to make the determination. So they had teeth on the 21st of October, but apparently they needed more DNA analysis. This shit's fucking weird. Laundrie, 23, was sought for the Petito disappearance and death. The authorities discovered his skeletal remains. Jesus. At the 25,000-acre Carlton Reserve near his parents' home in Northport, Florida, on October 20th. Police said his remains were submerged for weeks inside the marshy park before they were found, creating a challenge for coroners. The young couple was on a cross-country trip, and we need not travel over that. Once again, it doesn't really much matter. Petito's mother reported her daughter missing 10 days later on September 11th, obviously. And yeah, her remains were found in a Wyoming campground on September 19th. So she was in Wyoming, he was in Florida. Are we ever going to figure out what the fuck actually happened to her to begin with? Because we already just kind of have a murky idea as to who punched out Brian Laundrie. Well, maybe, potentially. We know that a fucking bullet traveled through his dome. But where's that gun, though? Okay, if he was in a marshy part of a Florida nature reserve, that just seems like a really obscure place to commit self-deletion. It's kind of weird. And then also, you have this as well. The family, Laundrie's family, surrendered guns to law enforcement on September 17th. Okay, so they've had all the family's guns for over 2 months. But then there's this as well, but one was missing. Oh, okay, so we probably have a good idea as to what the suicide weapon was. Brian Laundrie's parents reported him missing in mid-September following the strangulation of his former fiancée, Gabby Petito. I wonder if he got the ring back. They turned over all of their firearms to their home to the FBI, but one was missing. Source close to the investigation told Fox News Digital. Laundrie's family attorney, Steve Bertolino, said Tuesday afternoons that the investigators informed the parents of the autopsy. Yeah. It's unclear whether the missing gun is the one Laundrie used to fucking give himself the internal haircut. The FBI did not immediately respond for requests for the comments, so they're ducking both the Post and Fox News. For weeks, the Bureau declined to answer, of course they did, questions whether a Laundrie, believed to be alive or on the run at the time, would be considered armed and dangerous. Well, again, they also had all the firearms from the family, except one. Interesting. Laundrie was later revealed to have been deceased nearly the whole time. Okay. In prior conversations, Berlino said he also declined to comment on the firearm issue out of concern that it would create a panic or attract armed vigilantes. To Florida Nature Reserve, where Laundrie went when he snuck out under the nose of Northport police in September. Oh, on September 13th. Yeah, no, we don't want armed vigilantes because we have like 90s bounty hunter vigilantes here, so that's fine. It's all good. We didn't want the public going into a frenzy on that. No, we also didn't want them to have the honest interpretation of the facts. He was armed. Whether or not he was dangerous is another thing, but he was armed, obviously. I don't think they have considered him dangerous to anybody he met on the street. No, he already choked out the only bitch that he was going after, so you know what, hey, all's well that ends terribly. The case of Petito and Laundrie captivated the nation for more than a month. Sort of. It was one of the biggest smoke screens that I've seen in recent history. They set off the cross-country road trip in late spring, documenting their travels in the idyllic social media posts. Ugh. But on August 12th, police in Moab, Utah, responded to a domestic violence incident involving the couple. Yeah, when Petito was scratching the fuck out of Laundrie or some shit like that, she was the aggressor in the incident. So, again, let's get our fucking facts straight on that. And if the cops would have done their job and they would have took the aggressor into custody, theoretically she would still be alive. Just throw that out there. Roughly 2 weeks later, there's been the last time anybody saw Petito alive in public at a restaurant in Jackson, Wyoming, a few miles from where the FBI-led search recovered her remains on September 19th. The Teton County coroner ruled her death a homicide by strangulation. So I don't know, it really does look like this case probably just ends right here, because he was the sole suspect in the strangulation death of Petito, and since he's been confirmed to be the remains that were recovered from the nature reserve, kind of like a really sad van life Romeo and Juliet gimmick. But where did that gun go? Unsolved questions. And again, there's cause for concern when it comes to that family, though. The Laundrie family, they're about as sketchy as a Jackson Pollock piece, that's for sure. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.